Wowcha, you think I've forgiven you? Nah, you know what? I forgive, but I ain't forgetting, and I'm gonna advise the people. That's what I'll say. What's going on, guys? K Souls here, back with another video. You already know when it's charge time, it's content time. So today, what I'm gonna talk about is booking holidays, basically, because you probably see on my channel, I like to travel, and we are at the season or the time of the year when people start thinking about summer and how they want to enjoy, because in London we have depressing weather, as you can see. I don't know if you can see the raindrops. You see the raindrops? It's raining, and it's been raining a lot, and it's so cold as well. So I think like January, end of January, because they call it dry Jan, it's like everyone humbles down their spending. Then to the end of January going on to February, which is where we're at now, people start to think of their enjoyment or what they can do this year to enjoy, and usually that's a holiday. So in this video I'm going to talk about the mistakes I've made when booking a holiday, and also a company that you should kind of avoid. But when it comes to holidays, where should I start? I'm thinking, should I tell you about my bad experience, or should I just tell you what I think is the best way to go about it? Let's talk about my bad experience first. Basically, my birthday is in March, and I tend to always, for the last 5 years I would say, I would always make sure I go on holiday on my birthday. It's just something I do. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a party. I can't say I'm not a party guy, because I've been a party, like I've enjoyed parties and stuff, but I don't really care about going out on my birthday or doing things in my city. I get so excited by traveling, so I like to treat myself. Also because I work hard in this country, so I like to treat myself and go somewhere different and just relax. Yeah. So last year, basically, funds were tight, one, and two, I decided that I wanted to find like a good deal on a whole package. I was lazy as well. I didn't want to break down the details, and I'm telling you, when booking, I advise you, unless you're using someone like Expedia or what else is a good one that I would say? Let's just run with Expedia, and I don't want to do too much. They're not even paying me for branding, but ones that deal with quality packages, and they show you every step of the package. Let me put it like this: if they're ready to show you every part of the package individually before you pay, then they could be trustworthy, because you have the chance to research the hotel they book for you, research and amend flight details, and all the little things like that, transport, all of these things you can do. But whenever you're sold a package, and like, let's call it a mystery package, or they just sell it to you as a package before they tell you the details, that's when you're taking a mad risk. So obviously last year, like I said, had a budget, was lazy, just wanted someone to give me a package. So I came across Wowcha, right? And Wowcha will entice you because they have packages that say £100 mystery holiday, or they'll say go to Barcelona for, what did I see, 120 per person, right? So obviously you're thinking, right, that's a good deal. And they might say something like, go to Barcelona, 4-star hotel or whatever. So you're thinking, okay, can't go wrong, 4-star hotel, and I get to go to Barcelona. And this is, I'm talking from experience, this is what happened last year. Yes, if you go to my channel and you watch my Barcelona video, yeah, that was done on Wowcha. I made it work, I still made content from it, but trust me, it was kind of, how it was done was below my standards. And the hotel that we went to was also below my standard. But we made it work. Do you know what I mean? It's still a holiday. I still enjoyed myself. It is what it is. I love Barcelona. Anyway, so when they say, oh, mystery holiday or 4-star trip to Barcelona, £99, 120, whatever it is. Yeah, be very wary. So that's what I did. I booked a trip to Barcelona. It was about, they said it was 120, 4-star. Anyway, once paid, they told me I would have to wait for a phone call from an operator. Okay, cool. Willing to do that. So, first error. They're meant to call you within, I think, 48 hours or something. Yeah, and this is time sensitive because flights go. Your flight could get booked up the longer you take. So they can promise you something based on flight time and hotel availability. But if they can't match up to that because they've taken long to get back to you, they now are forced to offer you something else that might not work. I missed one detail out. I booked for 2 nights, yeah? Okay, so anyway, they didn't call me within the 48 hours. I had to call them, and then maybe the day after, they called me back, yeah? When they called me back, they said, or maybe it was, yeah, maybe they didn't call within 24 hours, and then I called 2 days later. I can't remember the timing, this was last year, but they didn't call on time. I had to call them, and then they called me back, put it that way. So basically, they now said to me that, oh, basically, I have to go to one airport in London, maybe Gatwick, and then come back at another airport. Already, that's a bit of a problem for me for a couple of reasons. Number one, I drive, right? And sometimes when I travel, I want to leave my car at the airport. It's actually sometimes cheaper to do that, especially if you're going for a short trip. It's cheaper to do that than actually get a taxi back and forth. So let me just pay for parking. So that means for me to do that, I would need to be at the same airport. Do you know what I mean? Traveling there and back. Now, they couldn't find that for me. And then they said, in order for them to find that for me, I'll have to change my dates. And I'm going to have to pay an extra booking charge. I don't know what the charge is, but I'm getting charged an extra, yeah? So basically, I think the charge extra was like £50 per person. So now that's jumped up to £170 per person, right? The second disappointment was that they didn't have the hotel I wanted. They tried to give me a 3-star hotel instead, said that one is booked up. They don't have it for the dates that I will travel. I was like, no, I'm not having it. So at this point, I was like, nope, this is not how it was advertised. I want my money back. I'm not accepting it. Now, these people that, I wish I can remember their name because I want to expose them as well. Basically, Voucher just present a voucher. I didn't know it was like that. So basically, it's a voucher. It's not actually them booking the holiday. It's another company that works under them. If I find the name, I'm going to put it in the description. I'm filming now, so I'm not going to stop and then look for the name. But I've probably got an email from them somewhere. And I'm going to expose them too. But anyway, I said to them, okay, I want to cancel. I just want to refund at this point. It's not working out. They said to me, go back to Voucher because the vouchers with Voucher, you have to deal with it with them. Go back to Voucher. No phone number on their website. They have a WhatsApp. They give you a WhatsApp number that you can communicate with. That's obviously a bot, and they won't answer your query. Yeah, so that was the first step. I did that, spoke to the bot, and I'm not getting nowhere, cut a long story short. I'm telling them what my query is. They don't even associate it with the same holiday voucher that I got. They're telling me I got a mystery holiday. And even that could be a scam. That's why they think they can change up my holiday. That could be a scam, right? So I'm like, this is long. I want to speak to a human. They tell me someone will be in contact. No one's in contact. So now I call back the company to see if I could work something out, like the actual travel agents, right? And they tell me that if I don't want to spend extra, there's always going to be an admin charge, but maybe they can put it down to £20 on top of what my voucher was, which was 120 or something like that. And they said they can pick another place for me to go, so I could go to Portugal, and they've got this other hotel. Again, the hotel looks shit. I didn't plan to go Portugal. I've been there before, probably gonna go again, but not this at that time. I didn't want to go at that time. So I considered it, and then I thought, nah. But at this point, I was just testing the waters because I was having a hard time getting through to voucher to cancel the voucher. So I was thinking, okay, if I'm stuck with it, let me just try and book something. Anyway, I decided, because I did some online research on Google, and so many people have been through this, by the way. So I decided now to contact the CEO on Twitter. I found out the CEO's name. I sent him a tweet. No, did I send a tweet? No, first I emailed the CEO. I got his details, I think LinkedIn and email. And I emailed the person. Imagine it's not really a CEO, it's just like their dummy CEO, that because they know people, maybe people in the past have done it. But the advice on some forums and that was to contact the CEO, like kind of expose them, and then they'll react quicker. The funny thing is, they messaged me straight away when I did that. But they said that I can't get a refund because it's a non-refundable voucher. But I can use the voucher to book any type of holiday, mystery holiday, whatever. So in better words, they were basically saying, listen, you have to pick a holiday. You're not going to get your money back. You don't necessarily have to go Barcelona or do that exact deal, but you have to use this to book a holiday to the value of which you paid. So obviously I'm pissed off now. Anyway, I'm now understanding that what's going to happen is I'm going to have to settle for a hotel. I'm also going to have to pay an extra charge, but I'd rather do that and still travel than not get my money back and not even get to travel. So anyway, what I did now is I called the travel agents back once again, and I said, look, I want to go Barcelona. I want the 4-star hotel that was advertised, but I'm willing to change the dates. Like, I'll change the dates, and I don't want no rubbish flights. Another issue that I had before was they tried to give me, because you know, okay, 2 nights. 2 nights can end up being 1 full day, and that's it, if you're not careful. Obviously, me being seasoned in this travel thing, I know it's better to arrive somewhere first thing in the morning and try and travel as late as you can on the day you leave. That way you get like 3 days for 2 nights. Whereas if you do it the opposite way, where you get somewhere in the evening on the first night and then you leave early on after the second night, you only get 1 full day. Do you get it? So that's what they also tried to give me that I thought wasn't worth it, and separate airports. But this time I said, I want to travel in the morning and I want a later flight, yeah, after the second night, and I'm willing to do any date in the month of March. I don't care anymore. You find that for me. If there's an extra charge, I'll pay it. They did all that, you know, found it. I got my holiday. Stayed at a place called Iconic Lex. It's not a bad hotel, but it's quite small. It's like in the ends. Like, it's not a hood or anything, but it's a very local place, which works out. If you watch my Barcelona video, you'll see more information about that. But it worked out because actually it was good to experience local life and be around real Spanish people, do you know what I mean? But it's obviously not really a great hotel if you think of location, and it just wasn't given. It was clean, it was nice, but I would say 3-star, not 4-star, but they advertised as a 4-star. But anyway, so we went on our holiday and that was that. But I can easily say that apart from somewhere like Amsterdam, you know, even Amsterdam though, because Amsterdam, most of the hotels I've been to in Amsterdam, I've been to Amsterdam a few times, are nice. So let me not say that, but it's probably one of the worst trips I've taken in terms of how it all worked out, planning. And I would, like, when I go on holiday, I like to be in nice hotels, like, you know, it's very thought out. And that's usually when I break it down. So the way I would break it down usually, and this is the advice I'll give anyone, because you always will get what you pay for. Package deals are not always package deals. It's good to actually put in the work and find things separately. Or, like I said, go with someone like Expedia or somewhere that will give you the breakdown and let you choose. So they'll let you choose your flight, they'll let you choose your hotel, but they'll package it for you. That's okay. But if they don't and they try to get your money before they tell you the details, don't do it. It's a problem. You're probably going to be disappointed. But anyway, so what I usually do now is go on Skyscanner. This will be my advice. Go on Skyscanner or go directly to an airline, like get your flight, right? Or go direct is good, because sometimes direct you find exactly what you want and you can stick to the airport. Yeah, or you can go through Skyscanner. Skyscanner will give you deals. In fact, what Skyscanner are good at is finding different times in the month, telling you the prices of different times in the month, finding you the cheapest as well, and also giving you a list of options with different airlines as well as different airports to go to, or you can stick to the same airport, you know. So Skyscanner will give you so much option, put it that way. Once you found your flight, then go on. Okay, so booking.com I used to say, and I'll still stand by it, because one, you can rack up points, Genius points on Booking, and you can get discounts, and you know, you can find good deals, and sometimes you find better deals on Booking than going direct. But what I didn't know, and I found out when I went Greece, was it Greece? Crete, yeah, Crete. Crete, that video's on my channel too, and I speak about this, so you can find out how you can work that one too. But sometimes when you go direct to the hotel website, you get the best deal. I didn't know that, because all of these comparison websites and websites that host so many hotels, they tend to act like they're the cheapest, and we fall into that consumerism. But sometimes they are, don't get me wrong, sometimes they get deals that you won't get direct, but a lot of the times as well, directly, if you book directly, you get discount, and then not discount, but you get a good price, which might be better than what Booking get. But so I would say either go booking.com or for your hotel, booking.com, again Expedia, or go directly to the hotel. So the way I'll break that down is, if you know, you've heard, like maybe you've seen a hotel that you want to go to on TikTok, or I don't know, Google, maybe go directly to the hotel and see their price before anything. If you haven't got an idea what hotel you want, then I would go on the site like booking.com, Expedia, TripAdvisor, whatever it is, and then find the best hotel for you. Do you know what I mean? That way you get to choose everything, and you get to, you know exactly what you're doing. And then with some of them websites, you can also book car service or transport, and that is the best way. The best holiday I've organized, well, I can't take all the credit, my missus, but at the same time, we was running everything by each other, so we was confirming everything together. The best one was the trip to Jamaica, and that was done through Expedia. I've said them so many times, Expedia, you might as well give me some sort of affiliate deal or something. Anyway, maybe I'll actually get an affiliate and put that link under this video. But I booked Jamaica through them. Best resort, Secrets, Wild Orchid, which was next to Breathless. We had access to all three. Wonderful experience. That video is also on my channel. And lovely flights, direct flights there and back. Everything was all good. And that was done through Expedia. Same, you could go check out all my Thailand videos. I did that one separately. I broke that one down. I went to, and all the hotels I stayed at in Thailand, I'm impressed with. I stayed at the Nature Phuket. That was a beautiful experience. I stayed an apartment type hotel in Pattaya. I can't remember the name of that one. And where else did I go in Thailand? And then the last one wasn't all that, but that was just one at the airport the night before we traveled back. But yeah, so the best experience I've had traveling is actually handling it myself or using a package provider that broke down every part of the holiday. The flights I saw before I paid, and I made sure I was happy with them, and I got to alter them to my needs. The hotel, I made sure it's a hotel that my vibe, yeah, that I would want, that's close to the town, that's close to whatever amenities I wanted to get involved with. Do you know what I mean? So that's my advice to you. As we start booking holidays this year, don't trust Wildchop. Like, don't make the mistake I did. When you're looking forward to something, you spend your hard-earned money, and then you find out that it's not what you expected or what you wanted. It's heartbreaking. So don't go through that. Let me go through that so you don't have to go through it. I mean, I went through it so you don't have to go through it. You dig? But basically, the moral of the story is you're never really cutting corners. Like, you say, if you're on a budget, but when you go the budget route and use somewhere like Woucher, you're going to get what you paid for. So you're not going to get the best hotel, yeah, or the best flights, or the best airline, yeah. 2, with some of these budget sites, they charge you bit by bit along the way. They break down the payments. So they'll give you the deal, like they did. Then they'll say an admin charge, and depending on the people that work with Woucher, they price the admin charge based on what they find for you. So they're doing the work, I've said. They're doing the individual searching of the flights and the hotel, and they're going to find something cheap so they can make their commission on top. That's how the business works. So evidently, if it surpasses that, not only is it going to surpass the original deal of like 120 for the Barcelona trip, but they need to also add their own money onto it that they're going to make for doing a booking for you, like an admin assistant. But who said I wanted an admin assistant? I wanted a good deal on the holiday. But anyway, so they'll charge you for that. By the time you calculate that full cost, so it was like 170 each for 2 people, about £400, right? Or just under. I could have done the same thing, yeah, by breaking down the holiday and doing it myself, yeah, what I've just described. I could have done that, yeah, and probably got the same deal and a better hotel, and I would have chose the right hotel from the location of where I wanted to be. Do you know what I mean? But I chose a quick, easy route that I thought was cheaper and got stung. So that's why I say that it's all a scam. It's fake. There's no deal. You're still going to pay the normal price. There's always going to be an average price you're going to pay. To go to Barcelona for 2 people in March, depending on how exquisite your holiday is, how luxurious, will range you from about £400 to, this is without spending money obviously, but I'm talking about flights and hotel. But to get a decent hotel and decent flights, you're looking at 400 to 800, and then obviously the rest will go on. Your spending money. But obviously, if you're trying to live a life of luxury and stay in the W or something, the price is going to go up more. But if you're just, trying to catch a quick little holiday, you've got a normal budget, you're not trying to do something too fancy, yeah, it'd be about 400 to 800. And that's the same price you're going to end up paying with someone like Woucher. So yeah. And another thing that I must say is the reason why I even brought this up today is because I saw that they're advertising mystery holidays, and they're advertising it like you could end up going to somewhere like New York or Bali or for £99. It's cap. They are not going to, listen, you heard how I described how they do it. They're never going to give you Bali for £99. It's impossible, yeah? But they advertise it like that and call it a mystery holiday, so you think you might have a chance to go Bali. But really, you're going to go to a European country that's cheap. Somewhere that's cheap to go, like Spain, Portugal, local places. And that applies to people in the UK. Do you know what I mean? Or even Dublin, they might send you to Ireland or Scotland or something like that. So the mystery holiday is actually a risk, and you're most likely going to be disappointed. You know what I mean? Some might say, oh, it's only £99, that's cool per person, but when they advertise it that you can go to Bali, it just sounds more of a deal, doesn't it? But then when you realize where you're going, you'll realize that it's not a deal, it's actually normal pricing. So I'll leave you with that. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the other side. Peace out.